Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay Day All Day, back again with another episode. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that's a little bit different from what I usually talk about. So I really would like you guys to share your opinion on the subject. It's pretty much something I've experienced myself, and you've probably experienced it yourself as well when either talking to or in a relationship with someone. So I just want to know what you guys think, because it's kind of, some people think it's annoying, some people think it's cool, and then some people think it's awkward, So here's the deal. Whenever you're in a relationship and you're doing your thing, you with this person, let's just say you with this person about 6 months to a year. Social media, how social media responds and stuff to you being in a relationship. Oh, good, cool, yay, whatever. And you got some people that's kind of in and out of your life. Those kind of people that are just like that you used to hang out with and you kind of was really cool with, and then, life just kind of put you guys on separate paths, so you guys ended up not being able to hang out as much, or maybe you guys kind of just broke off, not, without even, discussing anything, but y'all still cool. So, sometimes you get in these situations where people find out that you're in a relationship, or know you're in a relationship, and, they're infused with their own life. Excuse me. They're infused with their own life and what's going on. So I'm trying to figure out, why people like that always ask you or assume that you are married. Why? Wouldn't that be, if you walking up, we see each other at the mall, and I'm with my girl, and, and then you walk up and be like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh man, you guys, when you guys get married, would that be awkward for you, or is that more like, bruh, we've been together for like 6 months. It's only been a year. Like, why would you assume that we'll be getting married soon or something like that? And lately, I just had, in my personal experience, me and my girl, just a few days ago, we had our 2-year anniversary. So it's like, yay, blah, blah, blah. And so you got people that in let's just say this last 6 months, people that will ask us, oh, has he, or, they'll ask my girl, like, so when are you guys getting married? Is he working up to put the ring on that? And then, you got other guys that'll be like, oh, I thought y'all were engaged. I'm like, motherfucker, it's only been 2 years. Like, what is the rush? What is this idea in people's head that you have to be, within the first couple of years, you have to be married? I've had a past relationship where we were together almost 7 years. Of course, coming from high school, out of high school, and, we wasn't even engaged. But of course, every situation kind of balances itself out. So, in this situation, you got, we've just been living, we've been living together for a little while now, and it's like, what? Like, why would you ask that? So to me, it's like, what would you do? In your perspective, if you were in a relationship with somebody for 6 months to a year, or even anywhere between that 6 months mark, and 2 years. Like, do you feel like that's enough time to really, assume somebody should be getting married soon? Or is that enough time like, what is your opinion? Because my opinion is that I don't think it's necessary for somebody to ask if y'all are getting married. Just because, you don't, especially those people that don't even keep up with your life. Like, you would just assume, like, oh, y'all married? Some people, like in my last relationship, most people just thought we were already married. They just completely thought, they ignored the signs that ain't no ring on the finger, we was married. So it's really up to the person, the people, and you go at your own pace. And I just think it's wrong for people to ask that kind of question or assume that kind of action should be done by now. There is no time limit for anybody that's in a relationship. There is no time limit for you to go and get married. Okay, there's not look at us. This is our 2-year anniversary. We should be getting married right now. Let's go get married. It's all about the details. You gotta be mentally into it, emotionally into it, financially into it. If you got, there's steps. Not everybody measures out their steps the same way because not everybody are in the same position to do it. If you're financially stable, if you're a millionaire, you're financially stable. You have if you're a business owner, you making millions or thousands of dollars per month, you're in a better situation. You're gonna be financially free to do as you please. And if you have another woman or a man that's in the same situation where they're making good money and they feel financially free to do what they feel like doing, then in that situation you can do, maybe it will go a little bit faster because you have one aspect out of the 3 that I named that I feel is very important that is not something to worry about. And I know for a fact that for a lot of relationships, financial freedom is big. If you ask somebody right now, do you would you marry a broke man or a broke woman? They gonna say, hell no. I won't marry no broke man, no broke woman. But you got to define broke. So, in my point of view, broke means someone that has no plans, no goals, and is just living their life day to day, and whatever job they have is, it could be a dead-end job, or it could be just some simple retail job that holds no value, that, you can be easily replaceable. That's a broke person to me. You don't have any plans, you don't care, okay, fine. Be you. But you're not about to be, it's not going to be you and me, it's going to just be you. So, you just got to define that and what you want in somebody. But in other cases, when it comes down to it, you need to have somebody that's feeling you on an intellectual level. So that's what I call mentally. Y'all have to be able to speak each other's language and understand each other's problems. And then I say emotionally, so you have to understand somebody, what they require attention to. Because like me, I'm not a person, I grew up on a harder level. You got to be tough. You can't cry. You can't do this. You can't do that. You got to do this if you want to be a man. This is what, I grew up focused on what the streets was saying. I didn't have a male inside my home telling me that, okay, you don't need to focus on that street life to make you tough. Street life doesn't make you a man. This is what really will make you become a better man. And I found out later in life that understanding other people, especially your significant others, emotions, like if they love you, if they're a touchy person, if they cry a lot, understanding their emotions and allowing them to be themselves and how they want to share how they feel, you have to be able to manage that in a relationship. So that's the emotional part for me. That was my hardest part, because I grew up differently. But you got to be able to do that with your significant other, so you can be on a better and a stronger level, or things won't work out. And then, of course, after that, I would also include, so I'll say there's 4 of them, I'll say physically, because you have some guys and some women that are differently. You got some that are jockey, or they want to hold a certain physical appearance. Then you have some that don't care much about their appearance. So, it can be that factor as well, because we do have eye candy out here. And, you do be like, man, that girl fine. Or, damn, that dude is sexy. Whatever you girls be saying out there. But anyway, the point is that it has something to do with your desire to be with somebody, especially in a long-term situation. Women love tall guys, that type of thing. I don't think women love tall guys necessarily. I think women love guys that are taller than them. That's pretty much all it is. Like, okay, if you can be 3 inches taller than this girl, and she may think that in her mind you're tall because you're 3 inches taller than her, but you may be 5'6". That's just how it is. So, we got that, and then of course you got your financials, which I spoke on earlier. So just having those 4 things: mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Those 4 things are huge keys. And if some people, and it's about who has, if y'all both have, a couple of those things knocked down already, so you can focus more on other things. Some people have none of them. Some people have all of them. But majority of people you're going to find, they're going to have they're going to have 1 or 2 things that fits that description for you. And so you're going to have to work with that person, or you're going to have to continue looking. And most people settle. And, it happens that way, and things can go out of balance. But I just want people to understand that it's more detailed than you think, just liking somebody. And also, there's more that goes into relationships. I know it seems like I went off on a tangent from what I first started off with, but it relates to me, because when you are trying to assume somebody is married or should be married, or at least engaged, between the first 6 months to 2 years, or even 3-4 years, it's not really up to you. It's up to those people, and it's not, when they feel like they want to get married, they can get married. I know people that got married in the first couple months. I know people that are still not married, and they've been together with that same person for over a decade. So it's really up to you as a couple, and don't let nobody else influence what you guys are doing, because that is how relationships get ruined. So, alright guys, it's your boy Tay Day. Just wanted to get that message out to you guys. Peace.